Hey, rest easy. I'm almost done with you. You had quite the fall back there, didn't you? Oh, you don't have any memory of what happened, huh? It's all right, sweetheart. Just take a few moments to get your bearings. What you're feeling is me using my silk to help bandage you up. I know how it may look from your position, waking up to a drider spinning silk and all, wrapping it around your wrist almost like a cuff. But don't worry, it's just one of the injuries you happen to get. I was already able to stitch up the cut on your foreheads, and I cleaned your bruised lips up as much as I could. There's only so much I can do with my very limited supplies. I wasn't exactly expecting a visitor today. See, I spend most of my days alone. Being a predator doesn't make for many prey that want to be my friends, and this area is mostly full of prey. But you'll be my friend, won't you? I would hope so. I'm taking time out of my day to bandage you up, a total stranger. But your wrist should be as good as new within a few weeks. I think you sprained that one, hence the bandages. I could only really see bruising, no cuts or anything like that. The wrapping's not too tight, right? Wonderful. There's still a few more spots I need to patch up before we're finished here. I don't think you're going to be leaving this cave anytime soon, sweetheart. You got anyone waiting for you back at home? A loner, just like me. Explains the position I found you in. Right. I didn't tell you about that, did I? So, I was coming back home since it started to storm and I didn't want to get wet or anything. Plus, there's always the chance of thunder and lightning, and, well, you know how that goes. I had some of my berries, some fresh water, and was getting ready to make myself a delicious little drink when I saw something out of the corner of my eye. Something I know I didn't put there. This place isn't the most well lit, with only the fire for lights. But when I noticed something that wasn't there before, I got curious. It was like a pile of clothes, or maybe one of the rocks fell. So, I grabbed one of the torches off of the walls, and I started to walk. As I got closer, I realized it wasn't something that fell, but was a living, breathing being. I called out a few times, but he didn't answer. I got worried, and then I felt for a pulse. I checked your breathing. You had knocked yourself out cold somehow. I think you ended up tripping over one of my logs because of how dark it was, but I don't think we'll ever know the truth. Do you remember any of it? How odd. Does your head hurt at all? That's good at least. No headache means there's no concussion, right? Yeah, that's what it's gotta mean. I mean, I'm not the most knowledgeable when it comes to human anatomy, so please correct me if I'm wrong on anything, honey. But you've got a few more injuries that do need wrapping up. There's a pretty big bruise on your knee, not to mention the scrape you got on your hip, and then there's that cut on your thigh. So, let's tackle your knee first. Using my 8 legs to skitter down your body. You feel me rip the part of your pants where you tore a hole, exposing your knee to the damp cave air. I can finally get a better look at it, assess the damage, all that good stuff. If you had just hurt your wrist, that's one thing, but considering all your injuries, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to walk with something like this. Does pressing down on the skin hurt? All right, I'll stop, sweetheart, I'll stop. But pain's a good thing, because that means at least you have feeling in it. I think personally you might have pulled something or maybe sprained it. It's definitely not broken, but maybe fractured. Can you fracture a knee? I mean, you must be able to, because every time I touch this part, you wince. It's going to be all right, I promise. I'm just going to wrap you up nice and slow. Going to do my best to keep this as steady as possible, all right? Pushing some of the silk out of my thorax. You watch as I start to wrap the silk strands around you. You're not going to have to worry about these bandages coming off anytime soon. Spider silk is stronger than steel. You're probably going to have to ask for my help when you want to remove these sweethearts. That's not going to be a problem, right? Well, unless you have some sort of super strength that you're hiding from me, you're going to need help. Feeling the warm silk move around and around your knee. You find yourself watching how my claws weave. You almost can't see it. It's moving so fast as I weave the silk through the layers, making sure everything stays in place. We can try putting weight on it once you're all bandaged up. There's still the scrape on your hip and the cut on your thigh after this. I think I'm going to have to stitch up your thigh, but I hope your hip is going to be fine, at least given a few days. Does it hurt at all? No pain in your hips is a great sign. Maybe you're not as injured as I first thought, honey. I just assumed you were on the verge of death because of the position I found you in, and, well, the fact that you're a human and you're kind of weak and you have such fleshy skin. I mean, it feels really soft and nice under my touch, but this isn't going to protect you from something. You need to grow something like an exoskeleton. Something hard to protect you from injuries. Clearly, you're kind of a klutz. If you had my outer shell, you would already be back home, away from the storm and the cold. At least you got a new friend out of it, right? And you're not going to die alone in a cave from injuries, so that's another win. Knee all wrapped up. Time for that hip. Moving upwards again. You feel my human hands start to lift your shirt a bit. Not a lot. Just enough to show me your stomach so I can access your hips. I need to be able to see what I'm doing after all. Need to check to make sure it's just a scrape and absolutely nothing else. Besides me, who knows what kind of creepy crawlies live here? The silk is going to make sure none of that gets in your wounds. It has antibacterial properties for a reason. Usually spider silk is used for trapping prey and turning them into foods. It's nice to have a meal that you don't need to clean. It just also happens to make a great bandage as well. Most people don't get to see this side of driders. Consider yourself lucky. I'm not so sure I would have been so welcoming if you had gotten stuck inside my web, or even worse than that, destroyed it. But since you stumbled into a cave a little lost, you're in the clear. Now, tell me if it hurts when I touch it. Yeah, I probably should have seen that one coming. Luckily, it looks like just a scrape and nothing more. In a few days, it should be healed and you should be back to normal. That's good news, right? I think it's your least serious injury here, so I'm taking it as a win, even if you don't. Now let's check your thigh because that's where the final cut is. Moving back down, you feel my claws start to rip at the fabric. I just don't think there's another way for me to be able to reach it. If I wasn't able to roll up your pants to your knees, I'm definitely not going to be able to roll them past it. Now, let's see that thigh of yours and see how deep the cut is. Okay. Not as bad as I thought. It's not great, but it's not horrible. You're probably just going to need a bandage and not stitches. It's definitely not as deep as it looks. Not when I get closer. And that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. I think with a bit of wrapping and a few days of staying still, you'll be on your way back home. You can last a few days with a drider, can't you? Don't worry. I'll make it as fun as I can. I don't have any intent on harming my new friends. It's actually kind of nice having someone besides myself to talk to. I'll take care of you for the next few days. Make sure you don't end up prey to someone less kind than me. We wouldn't want that to happen now, would we? Oh, don't you worry. I'll keep you nice and safe, sweetheart. You aren't going to have to worry about any predator coming into this cave and making an easy meal of you. The creatures around here know this cave is taken, know that I live in here. There's not going to be any visitors besides the bacteria on the ground or the germs on the walls. It's going to be all okay. Do you like soup? That's good. I can make us some soup for dinner. It'll be good for you to get some broth. It'll warm you up, give you a little bit of energy, and give you something to drink as well. It's kind of like the perfect thing for you right now. I don't know how long you were out when I found you. My best guess was only a few minutes, but it could have been longer. But at least you're going to be okay now. Everything's going to be perfectly all right. In a few days, you'll be right as rain, won't you? Already having a better attitude? Now, I think that's good enough for your thigh. Watching as my spinneret stops spinning. The silk is cut off so easily by the claws of my 8 limbs. This is what you're going to need to get the bandages off in a few days. Just a regular knife isn't going to work, not with how strong my silk is. You might be able to use fire, but that's risky considering how close it is to your skin. But all things considered, with all your injuries bandaged up, how do you feel? Better already, huh? Are you sure you're not just flattering me or something? Because flattery will get you everywhere with me, honey. I don't mind it one So if you want to keep flirting with me, I'll make sure to turn on my charm too, sweetheart. Crawling upwards, you feel my 8 limbs move across your body as I take a seat on your chest. My hands rest under my chin as my 8 legs play out on either side of you, looking up at me, making direct eye contact for the first time. I can feel how your heart practically stutters. I can feel the speed pick up. Is this not what you wanted, honey? Oh, my hand caresses your cheek, tilting your chin towards me, sharing the same air you take in my appearance. Taking in a deep breath, you smell something faintly sweet. Was admitting some pheromones not the right move, sweetheart? Oh, then breathe it in for me, hon. My fingers start to stroke your chin lightly as you try to count how many eyes I have. You've only just noticed the extra 2 pairs, haven't you? They're above my main pair, a bit hidden by my bangs. It's all the better to see you with, sweethearts. Can take in a lot more of you with 6 eyes instead of 2. Moving my thumb upwards and swiping it against your bottom lip. Your pupils start to grow big. My, how curious. I want to see what happens if I push my thumb just a bit further in. What are you going to do, sweetheart?